Go, go, go! Let's do this.
All right, our next topic, and this one's, I don't know why, it's super heated right now, and everyone's all tweeting about it and getting involved, and their strong opinions on this, is cross-platform gameplay. Why isn't Sony allowing cross-platform gameplay with Microsoft or Fortnite? And more importantly, there's another issue with this that they're talking about. It's not just the cross-platform gameplay that they're upset about. They're upset about the fact that if you create, and Meaty, you may not know this, but if you create an account for Fortnite on the PlayStation, then you cannot carry that it's not about the fact that you just can't play with Microsoft or Xbox players or Nintendo players. It's that you can't take that same ID, which you could use on PC or PlayStation, but you can't transfer that same ID and everything you've unlocked and all the other stuff to Microsoft or Nintendo. So it's not just about playing with them. They're saying they're upset about the fact that if they create an account on Fortnite for PlayStation, that while you can transfer that to PC when you play with PC, you can't transfer that. You have to create a completely new identity and everything and start from scratch if you play on Xbox One or Nintendo Switch.
Well, why would you want to transfer it if you play on PlayStation?
Well, they're saying, well, some of their friends are on Xbox, so they want to go on Xbox.
So? If their friends are on Xbox, then buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
If you look, a lot of people ask, what console should I get? And my response is always, do you have a lot of friends that play? What do your friends play on? Get that one, right? Because it's not about who's better here. They're all good, right? They're all good.
And you say that. You said that a lot of many times. If you're really that concerned about it. Like, I've never really been concerned about that, but if you wonder, like, they ask all the time, what would you recommend? And you say the same thing, Meaty, every single time. If you're wondering and you don't really care which one, get the one that your friends are playing on.
Yep.
But that brings me to the main point that I've mentioned in the other video, is that a primary reason, not maybe the only reason, but a primary reason why Sony does not want to allow cross-platform gameplay is because they own majority share of the game consoles. They own 58% of the market. Then the other percentage is split between the Switch and the Xbox One. So they own majority of almost 60%. So if they're owning that many people, and say someone new is deciding, I don't know what console, like the people asking you, which console should I get?
Yeah.
Well, if you're saying get the one that your friends are playing, statistically, and I'm not saying that it is in your particular case, but statistically, there's a large chance that your friends are on the PlayStation 4 because they already own majority of the market share. So knowing that, Sony's like, we don't want to allow cross-platform gameplay because the same person who's like, I don't know which one to get, if you're saying, hey, you can get the Xbox One and still play on all the games with your PlayStation, there's less incentive. They're like, hey, I don't need to get the PS4. I can get the Xbox One, which I really wanted to get, and still be able to play with them. Sony's smart for doing this. They're like, we don't need to do this. We don't need to offer you cross-platform. We have majority of the players there. We're not worried about that.
Yeah, it's such a weird issue. It sounds like this is being driven by Microsoft and Nintendo.
Oh, it is. Microsoft actually tweeted at Nintendo. They're absolutely capitalizing on this. They tweeted at Nintendo and they said, hey, you want to play some Fortnite tonight or Fortnite together? Something like that. There was a tweet, and I put that in the video, but they're capitalizing on this, man. Of course they want this. The funny thing is, it's never been a thing. Not in the PlayStation 3. They've never allowed cross-platform gameplay. Why is it so relevant right now? You know what I mean?
It's so strange. Like, why does it matter if you play? There's plenty of players on every platform to play in a game. So
make some
like
new friends or something, man.
This is one of those things that gets conjured up by corporations, and people drink the Kool-Aid and jump on board like, oh my God, this is a thing.
Yep.
If you're one of those people out there that think that this is a thing, then go buy an Xbox, and then you don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, no worries.
And if you're a person that's going to counter argue this with, well, I have a PlayStation and an Xbox, well, whoopity-doo, congratulations, moneybags. Then make up 2 accounts because you got nothing but time on your hands because obviously you don't have to work for a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's the argument that, well, I have both and I play on both,
majority
and I want to move
don't.
my account back and forth, well, pick one.
Yeah.
You don't get to get everything you want. And I'm pretty sure that if you drop the game Fortnite, that PlayStation was the first one to actually cross-play with PC, which is Microsoft, before Xbox did.
They did, actually. I remember, actually, with... there's actually many games. You can go on, I believe, I know some of you don't like it, but Wikipedia, if you look on cross-platform gameplay and, how many games are cross-platform, you'll see that Sony, for a long time, from the beginning of PlayStation 3, has allowed many games cross-platform gameplay with PC.
Right.
They just don't want to allow cross-platform gameplay with the Xbox and Nintendo because those are their direct competitors. Those are other consoles. PC is kind of like in its own, it's almost like Switzerland, it's neutral. There's no real company though, you know what I mean? Like they're all on their own, Origins or Ubisoft or all this other stuff.
It's like Android.
Yeah, you're not punishing PC.
No, it's exactly like Android. See, Android is made by Samsung, it's made by LG, it's made by, all these different companies can make Android phones.
Right.
And only Apple can make the iPhone. So PC is just like an Android. It's made by many different people. It just runs a certain operating system. And traditionally gaming, I'm not saying it's the only one, but the highest percentage of gaming PCs run a Windows-based platform.
Yeah.
Not Linux, not Mac. It's
I know there's some hardcore Linux people.
Well, yeah, you can play on those. That's not what I'm saying. But we're talking about the highest percentage here of PC. So in general, it's going to be a Windows based. And for those of you that may be wondering, I play on a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I have an Xbox. What are they called? Xbox One.
What is it holding up right now?
It's well, my table is uneven, and I have one. I have an Xbox One Slim. That's what I have.
Oh, you have the Slim?
And I just
Oh, okay.
I think it's slim. Anyway, I don't play that much console as it is, and when I do, I play on PlayStation.
That's just your personal preference.
I've always been a PlayStation person, even though because of YouTube, I've through the years when I could afford it, get the other console, and every single time I do it, it just sits there.
Yeah, I done the same thing with the Xbox 360. I had before I bought the PlayStation 4, I bought an Xbox One. Before, and that was the first time I ever didn't buy PlayStation first, and I got it because of 2 exclusives. I think it was Plants vs. Zombies, and then the other one was Titanfall 2, because I really liked Titanfall, so that's why I ended up getting it. And I don't remember, I can't honestly tell you exactly why I stopped playing on it, but there was a point where I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of playing on this Xbox One. I gave it away. I didn't even sell it. I gave it away because I knew it was just going to sit there. I'm like, no, forget it. I'm never going to play this again. I got my PlayStation 4, and that's what I game on. But
I had the first one. I gave that one away too to somebody.
Oh, you did.
And then they had the Slim on sale.
So you thought, I'll get it again.
I just bought it. And I never even turned it on.
That was a weird move.
And that's only because you guys were content creators. So if there was going to be an exclusive game that released that looked like total fun to play and that everybody wanted to see us play, I would have played it. I would have had it there ready to go. But it's like I said, I can fall into that category of that all my friends play on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Guns plays on PlayStation. Yeah. All the people that I play with that have been followers of us for a long time.
PlayStation.
They play on PlayStation. And that's just it. And there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying it's the best or better or nothing. You can be the judge of that. But if your friends play, the majority of your friends or the ones you want to play with are on a certain platform, then be on that platform too. Or meet new friends online. Don't be toxic.
Yeah.
Be friendly and meet people.
Laugh and just joke around. You will make friends easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
You just have to be nice. Some of the comments in the video when I originally talked about this to get your opinions and comments and everything like that, one of the things brought up was, well, this is bad for consumers. It looks bad for Sony. they say Sony's all about the gamers and not, the business end or whatever their saying is. You know what I mean? We're all about the gamers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All that, those little sayings that they have, their marketing slogans and all that crap. But they're saying that why not, if Sony actually doesn't seem to care about their gamers. There was multiple comments about that, saying that they don't care about their gamers. They're all in it just for themselves and everything like that. And they're going to lose customers because of this. And I don't understand how how they're going to lose customers based on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how not allowing cross gameplay does that, and how they're not thinking about their consumers or anything like that. I think they're in touch with majority of their gamers. Like I said, if the majority of the gamers out there are Sony, then why do they have to worry about the Xbox gamers or the Nintendo? They're not supporting it anyway.
It's that's the competition. Why do you want? I guess I'm just a little detached from the whole idea of all this stuff. The way I look at it is this: what do I want from my console manufacturer? Okay, what I want from my console manufacturer is to deliver me the best console that doesn't overheat, that runs the best graphics it can for that year that I bought it, to run smooth, the games don't crash, that all of that stuff. That's what I want from them. And then have a good amount of games that are
like
written
exclusive.
for
the exclusive titles and the exclusive titles and everything like that. The other thing too, and I'm just thinking about this now, is Sony doesn't want to allow cross gameplay. Think about this. The amount of money right now that's being generated in Fortnite through microtransactions and all that other stuff, the skins, the season passes and everything like that.
Right.
If you allow for your account to be spread, so say someone has a PlayStation account or an Xbox account or vice versa or wherever they are, Sony doesn't want its gamers, the people that are playing Fortnite on their system, to go to another system because they can transfer their account, make those transactions on the Xbox. Because I can guarantee you, whether it's Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony, when they make transactions, microtransactions, any purchase through Sony, they get a percentage of the money before it goes to the actual developer. There's no way that 100%, while they're handling all the transaction fees and doing all this back stuff for these companies on a massive scale, that they're not getting their cut. So if Sony opens it up, then who's to say that they're not going to make these transactions or any other cross-platform gameplay where they're not going to make their purchases on the other platform? Sony stands to lose a lot more than they can possibly gain from, allowing cross-platform gameplay. It doesn't make sense. They're a business. It's not the Red Cross. They're not there to just make you happy. It's business. I just think it makes sense. To me, that makes sense.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to take a step back from it. It might be where you are in your life at the time. Maybe you haven't, witnessed a business or working or things like that. But it is big business, and I don't think that if you're out front, if you're leading the race, you're not going to look back.
No.
And try and have to merge to appease the guys behind you. Yeah. All you got to do is, again, produce a good platform that plays the games well, right? Yeah. And if whatever is driving people to want this, then go get and you're mad at Sony, then go get the other console and just move to that permanently.
Don't buy the PlayStation. That's it. Go buy one of the other ones then.
It's
go one
that.
game.
Sell your PlayStation and go do the other one, because it's not worth arguing. Your argument's not going to change the fact.
And they're not going to change that simply because one game right now happens to be super popular. It's one game. It's going to fade eventually. Yeah, because before that there wasn't really talk about this, right? No. Okay.